It's just sperm donation for IVF. There will be no physical contact between us. Professor Patterson is dying. Claire's medical condition makes IVF her only option.
We're getting married in a month, and you're going to have a child with someone else? Mason, just listen to yourself.
I have to go. Just calm down first. We'll talk later.
Are you joking?
Don't back out now.
I saw your post. I'll be your groom.
You're joking.
I never joke about marriage. Grace, we've known each other for over 20 years. My family loves you. Your grandpa likes me. And I promise I won't be like certain people. I won't make you cry over me.
What are your conditions?
Change my name in your contacts. And this is a real marriage, Grace. Not an act. Not a transaction. I want a real wife. If you can't do that, tell me now.
Okay. I said okay. I'm done pretending, Shane. If I'm getting married, it's going to be real.
Then I'm flying to Boston to pick you up.
Give me half a month. I need to settle some things properly.
Why are you suddenly canceling? Haven't you two always been so stable?
The groom has been changed.
Call off the wedding invitations. Professor Patterson passed away. We need to postpone the wedding for a few months.
Okay. I'm sorry for your loss.
The memorial service is today. He mentioned you before he passed. I'll take you to pay your respects.
Okay. Mason!
You go ahead. I'll stay with her for a bit.
Mrs. Patterson, I'm so sorry for your loss.
You must be Mason's girlfriend. Thank you for coming. I heard you two were about to be married, but Mason insisted on postponing the wedding to be here with us. He has such a good heart. I'm sorry you've had to go through all this. My husband may have put too much pressure on Mason before he died. He wrote clauses into his will that made Mason feel he'd lose everything if he refused. Please don't blame him.
I understand.
And please don't take anything to heart about Claire. Even though she clings to him, I can tell he doesn't feel that way about her. He cares for you very much.
Get in.
Mason, I want to go to the cemetery to see my dad. Just you, me, and my mom.
Claire, don't do this.
It's my father's funeral today! Can't she just get her own taxi?
I'll come back for you later.
Claire's in a really bad shape. I'm gonna stay with her for a few days. Call me if you need anything.
Okay.
You have a cold? Take care of yourself.
Grace, why are you suddenly quitting? Did something happen? I've been away for so many years, it's time I went back home. Then what about Dr. Hunt? His whole life is in Boston. If you leave, won't it become a long-distance relationship? Not long distance. We just won't be seeing each other anymore.
What's all this?
The company's relocating. I brought some stuff home.
Since my father died, I've been in such a terrible state. I did a lot of things wrong. I even brought up that insane idea about doing IVF with Mason. Looking back, it was ridiculous. Nothing ever happened between us. Now that my father's gone, I don't need to have a child anymore. I'm sorry. Please don't take it to heart.
This contact in your phone, husband, who is he?
It's definitely her bestie. Probably lost a dare and had to change the contact name to husband.
I need to take this.
Did you eat dinner yet? It's been raining for days in Charleston. How's the weather in Boston? Any rain? I heard Boston's starting to get cold. Remember to bundle up. Don't catch a chill.
What exactly do you want? If you don't tell me, I'm hanging up.
I just wanted to ask whether you're having second thoughts. Whether you really still want to swap the groom.
You made all that small talk just to ask that?
Weren't you really in love with that boyfriend of yours?
I don't anymore. Don't worry. I said I'm swapping the groom, marrying you. I won't go back on that for him.
Good.
Done talking with your best friend? Don't give your girlfriends contact names like that in the future.
Grace, is Grace still mad at me? I know I was selfish before. I almost broke you two up. If she can't forgive me, I understand. After all, I almost ruined your wedding. Grace, the seafood here is so good. Are you sure you won't try some?
Try this one.
Grace.
Mason, I'm scared.
This way.
Let them have the performance. I'm already leaving. Since she would never come back to this city, she decided to say goodbye properly.
Grace, what was that thing you said you needed to tell us? In a couple of days, I'm going home to get married. I don't know when or if we'll see each other again. You're all welcome to come to the wedding.
Grace, that post was serious? Wait, are you actually breaking up with Mason and going home to marry someone else? Does Mason even know about this?
Know about what?
Who let Mason in here? Did you draw a card yet?
I've been learning tarot recently. Everyone has to draw one so I can practice. Come on.
The first part sounds rough, but the second part is wonderful, right? Don't overthink it. Let your heart be easy.
Thanks.
Emma, your tarot is way off today. Everyone knows Grace and Mason are rock solid. There's no way Mason could ever lose the love of his life.
Grace, come with me to the hospital.
Look closely. This is my girlfriend. Let the hostage you're holding go. She's innocent. She means nothing to me. Even if you kill her, it's useless. Only by holding my girlfriend hostage can you get what you want.
My boyfriend spends his days with another woman, and when danger comes, he pushes me toward the blade to save her.
Claire, are you okay?
Mason, I was so scared.
Are you okay too? Grace, the SWAT team was already in position nearby. You just needed to distract him long enough for the police to act. It was just a tactic.
Look at yourself. This is the man you gave up everything for. Do you regret it? For the first time, the possibility became real. Grace might actually belong to someone else.
From now on, I won't need any of it.
What's all this? Are you going on a business trip?
When do you leave?
Tomorrow morning.
Is there something you need?
About what happened the other day. I'm sorry. Claire's been in very low spirits lately. I've taken some leave. I'm planning to spend the next few days with her.
Do what you want.
Grace, Claire is my mentor's daughter. After Professor Patterson died, she's been in a terrible state, and now she's been traumatized all over again. Just let me get her through this period. After that, I'll make it up to you, okay?
I'll drive you later. Grace, something urgent came up. I can't take you.
Go handle it.
Let me know which day you're coming back. I'll pick you up.
Mason, I'm not coming back.
Six years in Boston ended with one suitcase, one note, and no one beside her. From this moment on, in Mason's life, there would be no more Grace.
What, stunned? Once we get our marriage license, you can stay as long as you want.
After all these years, you're still so full of yourself.
The scrubby boy who used to fight with her had turned into a man she barely knew how to look at.
Back then, everyone thought I was joking. Why did you agree to something that absurd?
I thought you already knew.
What should I know?
It's not the first time you've done something so ridiculous. Of course I believed it could be real. And besides, what if it was real? If I didn't seize the chance, I'd be an idiot.
Don't tell me you like me?
Yeah. I like you.
Since when?
Yes.
My parents and I will be coming over in a few days to discuss the wedding. You might want to prepare yourself for that.
Who's there? Grace?
Grandpa! Grandpa! Grandpa, I missed you so much.
You say you missed me. Then where were you for 6 years? You left me here alone. No calls, no visits. If Shane hadn't kept coming to check on me, I might have died without you ever knowing.
Don't say that! You can't say that. You're gonna live to 100, Grandpa. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Grandpa. It was all my fault. I'm not leaving anymore, okay? I'll stay here with you, I promise.
No. Don't say foolish things. I want to see you get married, have babies, be happy. That's what I want. You've gotten so thin. You've changed.
No matter how much I change, I'll always be your granddaughter.
What about that wedding you mentioned before? Why did you suddenly come back?
It didn't work out. We weren't right for each other. Actually, Shane said he'd be bringing his parents over in a few days to discuss the wedding arrangements.
After all these years of waiting, that boy actually pulled it off. My goodness.
Grace?
No, this has to be a joke.
She's angry. I'll find her tomorrow, apologize properly, coax her, and she'll come back, right?
You were looking for Grace? She went back to Charleston a while ago to get married. I heard the wedding banquet is next week. So tell me, doesn't the groom look perfect with her?
No, she just went back recently. The wedding can't be this soon. She's faking it. She's waiting for me to coax her back.
Husband. It was never a best friend. It was him. I haven't agreed to this breakup. How can she just find someone else? I'm not letting this go.
The words hit Mason like a blunt force trauma. Grace was getting married next week.
She just wants me to chase her. She always comes back. Do you know where Grace is right now?
He refused to believe Grace marries would go anyone else this fast. In his mind, this had to be a stunt, a tantrum, a trap waiting for him to go bring her back. 6 years. She gave up everything him. Sophie looked at his message and finally understood why Grace had walked away. Why are you asking? What, you're gonna crash the wedding?
And he doesn't even respond. Don't even think about it.
You didn't know how to treasure when she was right in front of you. Now do her a favor, stay as far away from Grace as humanly possible.
Fine. If no one will tell me, I'll find her myself.
Grace, I've been searching for you for so long. You finally picked up. Grace, don't hang up. I know I made you angry lately. Just tell me where you are. Let me come find you, okay?
Darling, who's on the phone? Why is it taking so long?
No one. It's not important.
I never agreed to this breakup. I'm not letting this go.
Shane, you prepared everything way too thoroughly. You didn't just start pulling this together after I came back, did you?
Miss Winters, your skin is incredible. You barely need any makeup at all. This is honestly the easiest bridal makeup I've done in my entire career.
Of course. Whose wife do you think she is?
Ah! That hurts!
Shane!
Sweetheart, why are you still calling me so coldly?
Don't ruin my masterpiece, you two. She told herself not every unknown number could be him, so she answered. Hello?
Hello. Is this Ms. Winters?
This is the emergency department at the Medical University of South Carolina. Your boyfriend, Mr. Hunt, has been in a serious car accident caused by excessive speeding. His condition isn't good. Can you come in? This is Charleston General Hospital. We have a Mason Carmer here. He was in a serious car crash.
I'm sorry. He and I have already broken up. Today's my wedding. I don't have time to go. Please see if you can reach someone else.
Did you reach the family?
No. The number saved as girlfriend belongs to an ex. She's in the middle of her wedding.
Grandpa, you can't cry. This is a happy day. I'm not going far. I'll visit all the time. Shane lives only 10 minutes away.
I know, baby. I know. No tears, neither of us. Shane, I've known you since you were a boy. Watched you grow up. I know the kind of man you are. I'm entrusting you with the most precious thing in my life. Take care of her. Love her the way she deserves. Can you do that for me?
Yes, sir. I promise. Grace, I finally married you.
Dad, Mom, have you seen Grace? Did she come see me?
After everything you've done for her, after you ended up like this, why are you still thinking about her? She's been busy getting married and going on her honeymoon, living it up. She didn't even remember to come see you.
She really married him. Dad, Mom, my legs and my hand, they're still okay, right?
It's going to be okay, Masson. Everything will get better. Claire will always be here with you.
If it weren't for you, Grace would never have left me. If it weren't for you, I wouldn't be in this state. Get out right now!
What do you mean by that?
Professor Patterson, before he passed, he showed me his will. If I didn't help Claire, he would revoke my authorization on all my research projects, remove me as co-inventor on the patents, and publicly call my academic work into question. I thought Grace would understand. I thought it was just a medical procedure that wouldn't affect our relationship. I was wrong.
Mason, you've always been responsible. Why would you do something like this at a time like this?
Because I thought she loved me enough to stay no matter what.
Even if what you did was wrong, you still came here for her. You ended up like this for her. How could she be so heartless?
The baby. Anne Hunt, my baby!
What baby?
Half a week ago, I went to the IVF doctor. I took the sample you left at the medical center and went through the procedure on my own. Mason, I truly wanted to have a child with you.
Dad, Mom, I won't marry her.
I still don't get why you need to dress so formally. Casual clothes would have been perfectly fine.
How else am I supposed to show my colleagues and students what an incredible wife I've married?
All right, I get it. Now go. Don't be late. I swear I wonder if the College of Atlanta regrets hiring you as a professor.
With a professor this outstanding, the school should count itself lucky. Distinguished alumna and award-winning lecturer.
Whose invitation is this? Your ex? He moves a little slow, doesn't he?
Don't worry about them.
Since they were so sincere as to invite us, let's go have a look.
Just 3 or 4 months ago, we all thought those two were definitely getting married. Now they've each married someone else.
Did they both get married or not?
Mason's wedding was thrown together because the bride is pregnant, over 3 months long.
3 months. Then it started back when they lied and said the IVF was canceled after Professor Patterson died. He's in a wheelchair? Was the accident really that bad? Not here. Not in front of everyone. I won't let this wedding collapse.
Grace, will you marry me?
Mason, it's time to exchange rings.
The tighter she held on, the more she lost. The moment she let go, everything fell into place. I married Shane out of spite and expected nothing. He gave me everything.
We're leaving.
Grace thought the hall had just been too crowded, but outside, the vomiting only got worse.
Has your period ever been delayed this long before? Congratulations. Grace, you're pregnant. About 4 weeks along.
We're having a baby?
We're having a baby.
Thank you. Thank you, Grace.
Grandpa collapsed.
He's going to be okay. You have a baby inside you now. You have to keep your heart calm. Otherwise, when he wakes up, he'll just worry about you.
He was brought in just in time. The resuscitation was very successful. But Mr. Winters will need to remain hospitalized for observation for a while.
I guess I really am getting old. One little fall and I've had everyone so worried.
Don't say that. You're gonna be with us for many, many more years. You have to see the baby born. Watch them grow up.
A great-grandchild. Well then, I suppose I really will have to stick around a good while longer. Like you said, I have to see all of it.
By the time Grace was 7 months pregnant, new gossip arrived from Boston.
Claire gave birth. But the baby's blood type exposed everything.
Claire stormed into the fertility clinic, and the truth came out. A nurse had mixed up the coded samples. The IVF had used another man's specimen.
I can't wait anymore.
You came by yourself?
Grace, I didn't have a child with Claire. Can you ever forgive me?
And are you seriously trying to seduce my wife right in front of me? Did you forget that Grace is already married to me? What exactly are you doing showing up here late at night, trying to become a home wrecker? I never knew the famous Dr. Hunt of Boston General had such low moral character. Then again, what can you really expect from a man who agreed to father a child through IVF with another woman just before his own wedding?
Does it mean Grace? What did it have to do with you?
There is no you and Grace. She's my wife now.
Mason, we're over. We were over the moment you decided to do IVF for Claire. Why are you here now? To show me how pitiful you are? You want my sympathy? Shane is my husband. I have a new life now. Mason, just go. Don't come looking for me again.
The woman who had just cut Mason down transformed completely when she held her child.
You're not welcome here, Mason. Leave.
Mason, I've come to take you home. Even if it kills me, I'll stay tangled up with you to the end. Have we settled on a name for our daughter yet?
Not yet. My parents and I want your grandpa to choose her first name. We'll pick the middle name ourselves. What do you think?
How about Lily?